Some applicants will find Michigan Ross's essays to be frustrating. 300 words on Ross, and then 200 words on you, and that's it. Well, yes, applicants might feel they need more of a chance to share a broader range of their experiences, so we'd encourage you to really ensure that your resume represents all of your portfolio to speak, that you not just include your professional and academic. We really never suggest that you only include professional and academic, but we want to make sure that you include a community section or possibly a leadership section, and that you share interests on your resume as well. This is generally good practice, but especially important here because of how stingy the Ross AdCom can be. In short, do everything you can to offer breadth via the other aspects of your application. All right, let's get into those essays. Question 1. What is your short-term career goal, and how will Ross's philosophy and action-based learning help you to achieve it? Please be specific. Please answer both parts of this question. 300 words. I have to say, I love that they're saying, please be specific. Please answer both parts of this essay. You'd be surprised how many applicants don't answer the prompt. So remember, answer the question. Now, this essay starts with a common question. What is your short-term goal? Well, as you've heard me say on countless occasions, make sure that your goal is ambitious but plausible. Make sure that it's a well-thought-out stretch for you or a purposeful continuation if you're returning to the same field, and that it is still achievable for you. In describing your target role, you can note your desired industry and function, as well as which companies or type of companies you plan to pursue. Remember, please be specific, as they say. Then, in the second part of the prompt, Ross puts its own spin on the typical "Why our school?" With this more targeted question, the admissions committee wants you to clarify how the Ross program specifically will help you achieve your goal in the context of its signature hands-on learning environment. On its site, Ross claims, "No other school can equal our students' opportunities to start, advise, lead, and invest in real-world businesses," adding, "Nothing prepares leaders like real experience. At Michigan Ross, you'll find more opportunities to learn business by doing business than in any other MBA program." Quite a bold declaration. Ross is clearly not looking for individuals who simply want to be lectured to or spoon-fed business concepts, and we hope that you're ready for, if not genuinely excited about, this reality. Ross wants hands-on learners, so start by determining the skills and experiences you need to gain from an MBA program that will position you to be hired for and succeed in your target post-MBA role. Then focus specifically on the ones you believe you could most effectively acquire in a learning by doing setting. Next, identify the particular offerings at Ross that will deliver these learning opportunities for you. Your job is to convince the admissions committee that the school's action-based learning environment will provide you with critical resources. This is a way of showing maturity and fit. Pay special attention to the note at the end of the essay prompt about using artificial intelligence when writing your essays, and take this advice seriously. Ross is very clearly stating that you must cite any wording you use as a result of AI. Do not fail to do so. Consultants can often tell when someone has used AI to help write their essays, and admissions committees can as well, and they have software that they can use to detect wording that has been generated by computers. Regardless of the odds of being caught, we discourage you from turning to AI for guidance anyway. If your goal is to differentiate yourself in your essays, then using a tool that is also accessible to every other applicant likely won't be that helpful. Essay 2. I love this essay question, a 120-word prompt for a 200-word answer. Is there a more impressive ratio than 3 to 5? Here we go. How will you make an impact at Michigan Ross? Michigan Ross is proud to support a community of leaders and impact makers. As a future member of this community, we want to know more about who you are and what drives you. Please choose one of the following prompts to tell us more about what makes you stand out beyond your academic and work experience. List the prompt you are answering at the top of your response. 200 words. What makes you unique? Can you provide a specific example of how you've overcome a personal challenge? What makes you excited to get up each morning? Describe a time when you made a difference in your community or with an individual. So this is your brief moment to shine. What have you been dying to tell the admissions committee about yourself, at least from your non-academic or professional experiences? The questions in this prompt are flexible enough that you should be able to maneuver or spin your best stories to fit one of the 4 prompts. When it comes to the question about uniqueness or motivations, you can still share a narrative. You don't want to be making a statement like, "I'm motivated to wake up in the morning when I have a creative endeavor to tackle." It's kind of boring. Instead, and this is just an example, of course, you should be sharing a narrative about how creativity is a driving force in your life and manifests on a good day. In any of these essays, you want to use a STAR approach: situation, task, action, result, so that the reader is engaged in your narrative and truly has context for who or where you are, and then perceives you as the hero of your story, overcoming an obstacle to drive an outcome. One note: there isn't a right or wrong choice here when it comes to which of these prompts to respond to. Just choose the one that you can answer with the most conviction. Finally, there's the 250-word optional essay statement. If you have a problem that needs to be discussed, weak grades, tough GRE score, time off for health reasons, this is the place to briefly address those issues, while hopefully sharing a story that reveals how you own the issue and hopefully how you have mitigated it. And you don't need to use all 250 words. For more on this topic, check out a sample lesson from On Track, our on-demand MBA admissions course on the keys to writing MBA optional essays. Coming up next, and sign up for a free On Track plan to explore much more MBA application content.